I'm Elder Clark Gilbert, and I currently serve as the Commissioner of the Church Educational System, which means I have responsibility for the church's many educational offerings. Some you can see right here behind me. As you may know, these options include BYU, BYU Idaho, BYU Hawaii, Ensign College, BYU Pathway Worldwide, and the Seminary and Institute program of the church. Do you know why the church invests so much into your educational opportunities? It's because of you. The church is invested in you, helping you reach your divine potential. Part of realizing that potential means we want you to use your education to make a difference in the lives of others. Our prophet, President Russell M. Nelson, has emphasized, in the church, obtaining an education and getting knowledge are a religious responsibility. We educate our minds so that one day we can render service of worth to someone else. Let's listen to further counsel from our dear prophet regarding the importance of education, which he shared with a group of young adults at BYU Idaho.
From my heart and mind to yours, I address you on this occasion. Please be true to yourself. Honor, yes, even demand highest expectations from yourself. Pursue your education as a priority of the highest order. Gain all the education you can. With us as Latter-day Saints, education is a religious responsibility. The glory of God is intelligence. Your personal intelligence, your personal identity, is everlasting and divine. Your mind is precious. It is sacred. Therefore, the education of your mind is also sacred. Indeed, education is a religious responsibility. Of course, our opportunities and abilities will vary a great deal. But in the pursuit of one's education, individual desire is more important than is the institution you choose. And personal drive is more significant than is the faculty.
I love President Nelson, and I echo what he shared with you. When you involve the Lord in your education, He will take you to places you could never imagine, providing you opportunities to serve your family, the church, and in your communities. Let me just share two examples of how I've seen that happen. The first is my own story. I arrived at BYU having never lived around the strength of the church. In my high school, I was one of only a few members of the church. I had to stand up for my beliefs and my values almost every day. And while those experiences strengthened me, arriving at BYU was transformative. For the first time in my life, I was around the strength of the church. I had friends who were great examples to me, and they inspired me to become more in the gospel and in my life. I left BYU and never lived again in the heart of the church until I was called into church service. But the foundation of faith and the confidence I built at that church campus changed my sense of who I was and what the Lord expected of me. The second story is from one of my young men in Boston. Jonathan Ubry joined the church at a young age. His seminary class in Boston had only 10 students. He came all the way across the country to attend school at BYU Idaho. He had experienced spiritual mentorship from his youth leaders in Boston, but at this church campus, the faculty knew his name, and they mentored him spiritually and inspired him to realize his potential. Later, with the support of his friends, Jonathan decided to serve a mission to Brazil. He graduated from BYU Idaho and went on to earn a master's degree in digital media marketing. Today, he is the father of 5 energetic little boys and runs one of the largest digital marketing teams right here in Silicon Slopes. BYU Idaho changed Jonathan forever, It changed who he'd become, and it's still affecting him today. No matter where you are in your life or where you live, there's a place for you in the church educational system. Each option is unique in what type of education you'll receive and what the purpose of that institution is in helping you. And regardless of your choice, every church educational entity helps you become a better disciple of Jesus Christ, a better person, and the ability to serve those around you more effectively. Take time to learn about the many educational opportunities that lie ahead for you. Pray about where you should attend and what you should study. The Lord will guide you. We are praying for you and for your future success. You belong here, and we hope to see you soon on one of our church campuses or at one of our wonderful institute gatherings across the church.